Cambodia, a country blighted by its past. Millions lost their lives through war and genocide, and the horrors of the conflict still scar the nation to this day. Despite hostilities ending many years ago, landmines planted during those times have been responsible for maiming 35,000 people since then. The vast majority have been children. This is the account of one man's work against these atrocities through the power of the beautiful game. Scotty Lee's journey has taken him to Cambodia and Iraq, but it began 12 years ago in another war-torn country, Bosnia.
While I was over there, this was in beginning of '96, some kids were playing football and unfortunately set off a series of fragmentation mines and killed them. It was four little children. And I went to the UN and asked them, you know, did they have any materials? Because at that time I was working with the two professional clubs and their youth departments, doing some training with the coaches and the kids. And I said to them, like, you know, we're coming into contact with lots and lots of kids. Is there any information we can pass on to the kids so they can keep safe? And that's how really Spirit of Soccer was born. And basically what we've done is develop what we call is mine risk education, which is about teaching children and people how to live with these weapons until we can clear them. Basically, the components of mine risk education are what the mines will look like, the types of mines and what they'll look like, the places where mines can be found. You know, a minefield can be a backyard or somewhere the size of 10 football fields. They're not always marked. In fact, a huge amount of landmines we don't know where they are. And it's important to mention that it's not just landmines, it's what we call ERW, explosive remnants of war. And this, anything coming under from a grenade, a rocket, an artillery shell. Cluster bombs are a horrible weapon that have caused a lot of deaths and injuries to children.
Lee's campaign soon took him to another war-scarred nation.
I'd always wanted to go to Iraq and to see what we could do out there. A friend of mine, a demailing organisation, and the State Department asked me if I would consider coming to Baghdad to promote mine risk education, International Mine Risk Education Day. There was a lot of shelling and fighting, and we had a 4-day siege where people couldn't move around. We were shelled every day. But in between that, we did 3 test cases. You know, we were in between all the shelling. We did 5 to 8-year-olds. We did 10 to 12-year-olds, and then when we finally got onto the soccer field, we did our primary target, which was 14 to 18-year-olds. So altogether, 126 children took part in the programme. We tap into the children's love of football, and subliminally they're using their arms, their legs, their bodies, and you know, you ask them at the end of it, you know, well, imagine trying to do that with only one leg, or trying to, you know, being a soccer goalkeeper and trying to save a ball without your arm. And it really does make a big difference. It sort of clicks in with the children. And we're already talking with members of Street Football World and FIFA about maybe expanding our project not just in Iraq next year, but also into Angola as well. We're actually looking at possible sites, and these sites are actually land that's been cleared of mines. When you've cleared an area, it's sort of a tradition and a rite of passage that they have a soccer game on it at the end of the day. So, yeah, let's build some more soccer fields, eh? Get rid of these weapons and build more football fields.
It's good to see such committed people around the world now. He's trying to replicate this program in other countries in the world. He's trying to do it in Angola and Iraq. We are following those developments too, because these are of course issues that are of much concern to FIFA.
Spirit of Soccer has sunk its deepest roots in Cambodia.
Cambodia, you know, I think we're playing a major part in the reduction of casualties amongst children in the 3 provinces where we operate, which is the heavily mined area, one of the most heavily mined areas in the planet, and one of the poorest areas in the planet. We've seen a reduction of child casualties by 50%. I don't know if anyone would be really interested if it was just a Cambodian program, and this is the sad thing, you know, it always seems to have to need a famous face or an international, and yet these people are so competent and they're so passionate about their own country. I've got a wonderful team of coaches, and we've just taken on 3 more coaches. We've got 9 coaches, 3 of which are women, and they're the first licensed coaches in Cambodia. We hold a 2-hour training session with the children, and that includes a lot of girls, which has been a good thing in Cambodia, because for about 40% of our participants in Cambodia are girls, and most of them have never seen a soccer ball or played a football before. So we're giving these girls a chance to participate in the sport as well. The aim in Cambodia is to keep the project going until we can really reduce the casualties to, there's never an acceptable amount, maybe hopefully to 0, although, you know, there's so much ordnance in Cambodia. And to keep on their education, keep their education going. The world's in quite a precarious state, economically, financially, and conflicts all over the place. So maybe sport really can be a tool for social change. Maybe we can seriously look at football and sport as a way of entering into dialogue amongst all these people that have these differences. And instead of concentrating on what makes us different, let's concentrate on some things that we all enjoy. You know what I mean? And it's all relevant to us. Everyone loves football, and everyone can be killed by this weapon. This weapon is indiscriminate. It doesn't matter whether you're black, white, you know, Islamic, Christian, boy, girl, 3-year-old, 2-year-old, even a 1-year-old, or you're 96 years old, it will attack you. I came up with an idea that during the World Cup final, for 90 minutes, there could be a global ceasefire, and that just for those 90 minutes, every 4 years, every child in the world could be safe just for 90 minutes. My biggest dream is to become redundant. I mean, it'd be lovely to not have to implement such programs. We'll see, we'll see. See what the wife's got in plans for me. She's the boss.